Hello, my loan officer friends. It's Chris Johnstone, the host of LoanOfficerPodcast.com. And what you're seeing on the screen here is how we're getting funded mortgage deals for our clients from ChatGPT and Grok and Gemini and all of the AI tools. We are living through this massive technology shift where people are moving away from searching on Google and doing searches inside of AI assistants. And we have figured out how to get your mortgage business recommended by the artificial intelligence. And you can see a hint in the search that I've done here. So who's the best mortgage broker to work with for a self-employed mortgage in Tampa, Florida? You see first-time home buyers, reverse mortgages, FHA, you name it. There is a specific journey that people go through in order to get to the point where the AI recommends a mortgage lender. And through working with us, we can make it so that we've generated enough content on your website, on social media, on all the places that it needs to be for AI to pick you up as the authority and then recommend you to new customers. These leads that are coming in are closing at ratios that are very close to realtor referrals or referrals from your past customer database. So I believe that the greatest opportunity that you have to go consumer direct in your mortgage business is to get artificial intelligence to send you referrals, and we can help do that for you. So right now, go to LoanOfficerCRM.ai. So LoanOfficerCRM.ai/AIO, which stands for AI optimization. So LoanOfficerCRM.ai/AIO. On that page, you'll be able to opt in, see some free training on how you can do this yourself, and have the opportunity to book a one-on-one call with our team where we will analyze your marketplace, show you which of your competitors is currently being recommended by ChatGPT. Who knows, it might be you, right? Great news. But you don't know if you don't show up to the consult. And then what we'll do is actually map out a plan for how you can work to get recommended in the AI. And if you don't want to do the work and just have us do it for you, we'll talk to you about how we can help you with that. So that's LoanOfficerCRM.ai/AIO. Go ahead, book your consultation, and I hope that you enjoy this episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very special episode of LoanOfficerPodcast.com. I'm your host, Chris Johnstone. This year, 54 of the top 100 loan officers in the nation have been on the show, and man, we have learned a lot. And I'm going to, in this episode, give you the 4 pillars to building a successful mortgage business that consistently, I believe, can close 10 or more loans a month. And then we're going to talk about artificial intelligence, because it is, without a doubt, going to absolutely transform what your mortgage business looks like in 2 to 5 years. In 5 years, there are going to be 3 people in the mortgage business. There are going to be AI-powered loan officers that are using artificial intelligence to help process loans, take applications, communicate with clients, communicate with lenders, communicate with everyone. And then there's going to be non-AI powered loan officers who are losing market share, struggling, frustrated. And then the third is just people that aren't in the business anymore because they haven't been able to slog through the changes. We live in a world where our business is reliant on your ability to network, generate referrals, and make phone calls. If we're being completely blunt and honest, which I'm going to be in this episode because I feel that that serves you best. There's no whiz bang shiny objects here. This is just like cold hard truth of talking to many of the people that are building this tech in our industry and the top producers, and seeing this gap where I've been 16 years in the mortgage industry, always at the front end of technology. And this train's coming, folks, and you're either going to ride the train or stand on the tracks. And that is a choice. And I want you to at least have the education to make an educated choice as to what you're going to do. Because some people will be like, you know what? I had a good run. I'm going to retire. And that's okay. But for those of you that want to continue to grow a business in the mortgage industry, we're coming into a phenomenal season, and you're going to have to do some work in order to be able to collect the greatest harvest from the opportunity that we have. So that's our episode today. It's just you and we're going to keep this as brief as humanly possible. So there's 4 ways to grow your mortgage business. The first is your database. We'll break this down super simple. The first thing that you need in order to generate business from your database is the understanding that your database actually has 2 opportunities in it, and most people miss the second. The first is refinances, right? I was on Loan Officer Breakfast Club the other morning, and Carl White mentioned that almost 40% or over 40% of the mortgage loans that funded this year were refinances. That's a massive opportunity. However, where I see top producers getting the majority of the business from their database isn't refinances, it's referrals. And in order to generate the maximum amount of referrals from your past customer database, you need to be in consistent communication with them. And a phone call 3 to 4 times a year is not consistent communication. You should absolutely be using ChatGPT to set a task. So you go into ChatGPT, put it into deep research mode and say, every Friday, go out and research the housing market, research the mortgage market, research the stock market. Tell me what happened in the news with healthy, positive news, and craft me a newsletter that I can send out to my real estate agents and my past customer database. AI will literally scour the internet for you, write the entire newsletter, and all I have to do is copy it, paste it into your CRM, send one email to all of your qualified agents that send you referrals and one that goes to your database. And at the bottom of the email that goes to your database, you have an ask for referrals. So you give them great content. At the bottom, it says, P.S. Do you have any friends, family members, or coworkers that could benefit from a refinance, or they're looking to buy or sell right now? My business is built on your referrals. Please forward them this email and CC me. Right? It's that easy. If you tell people that you want referrals and that them sending you referrals is how you stay in business, people will do it as long as they know you, like you, and trust you. So just ask, right? But in addition to the emails that go out, you should have an offer. Now, I'm a huge fan of Dave Savage and the team over at Mortgage Coach and the whole wonderful, amazing platform that they have over there. And they teach an annual mortgage review. I'm a huge fan of that. And so I believe that you should be calling your database and saying, hey, I noticed your interest rate is this, rates have moved, we need to have a conversation about your mortgage. So all of the refinance opportunities that you should have them in a list. You should be marketing to them saying, we need to have a meeting, and you should be calling them because that's your greatest opportunity to provide value to your past customer database. And even if they're not going to move forward on a refinance, you've provided value through keeping in touch with them, keeping an eye on their mortgage, which allows you to ask them for referrals and actually earn it. Now, everybody else that's in your database, you should be reaching out to them with an AI assistant. So you go into ChatGPT, create a custom GPT, and tell, hey, give my past customers a tool that they can use to save money every month. You send that custom GPT out to them. We do this for our clients in our SEO program, and it gets incredible feedback. People absolutely love it. You get to send them a version of ChatGPT that's branded to you, that recommends you, that they can click the button, talk to it, and it will give them great financial advice. Very easy to put these tools together. If you're on Build It with Chris every Friday, in less than 45 minutes, we literally went through and built one from scratch that everybody on the call could swipe and deploy with their own brand on it. It's just knowing that these tools exist and actually implementing them and having a CRM so that you can actually send messages to everybody and get organized on your actual database. So the first pillar is your database. If you use just a little bit of that information, you should, in my opinion, generate more business from your database. The second pillar is referral partners. Now, we're going to talk about real estate agents, but this is also financial planners. Title companies is a massive one. If you're not in consistent communication with the title reps in your local marketplace, you're missing out on a tremendous amount of refinance business and just referrals on packages where, title companies process deals that need to have refinances done, and they don't have anybody to send that business to. So title companies, insurance agents, you name it. We're going to talk specifically about real estate agents. You should be meeting with, in my opinion, 2 to 4 new qualified real estate agents every single week. How do you do that? You have an offer, and every month you put a new offer out to every single qualified agent that you have in your marketplace that you haven't already met with and gone, I don't want to work with that person, right? So you decide you don't want to work with somebody because there's not a core value alignment. You take them off the list and you market to everyone else. Now we have 9 offers in a sequence inside the Loan Officer CRM. So LoanOfficerCRM.ai, check it out. You can try it out for $1. If you book a call with our team and get on a call like, hey, I heard something about this free $1 free trial, and they'll get frustrated and then they will give it to you because I'm not supposed to be talking about it publicly, but come on. If you're not using the tool, you absolutely need to try it. So $1 to try it out for 4 weeks is a worthy investment of your time and your money. So go to LoanOfficerCRM.ai, sign up. Inside the CRM, we have Model Match, which gives you the list of all the qualified agents. And then we have a pre-written sequence where every week an email goes out to those real estate agents. And every 4 emails, it switches to another offer. So every month we focus on an offer, and there's 9 different offers pre-built into the software. On this podcast episode, I'll give you our most popular offer, which is, hey, top producing agent, I will work your old cold dead leads for you for free, get them pre-qualified and refer them back to you all for free. Does that sound fair? Top producing agents that are buying leads don't work them. And so when you offer to work those leads for free, that's a very valuable offer. And the reason why we do it is so that then once we've proven to them that it works and that you will actually do the follow-up and send them a referral, we then step into the relationship of working their database for them, which is where you really create an impact for them. But in a brand new relationship, a new top performing real estate agent isn't going to give you access to their database and allow you to market to it. So we come in with the shiny offer of we'll work your cold dead leads for you. Now, leads that are 90 days old from Zillow, Boomtown, you name it, wherever they get them from, right? The leads that are 90 days and older are actually the better leads. And we have a client, Amy, who actually took a leads list of old cold dead Zillow leads and pulled 2 refinances out of it on her first round of working the leads. So there's absolutely deals to be done there. But again, our CRM is built so you just take the leads, drop them in. It sends out the messages, and when somebody replies back to the messages, we have AI built into the CRM that responds to the emails, answers the phone when they call the phone number on the offer that we give out. And it's very much, are you still interested in buying a home? Rates have moved. Would you like to find out how much you qualify for in today's marketplace and what the rate and payment will look like? If so, reply back, right? Interested leads from a list of free leads that you just got, reach out to you and say, I am interested in buying a house and getting a mortgage. You get on an appointment with them, which is booked by the AI inside the system. You have a conversation with that person, you qualify them, and then you send them back to the real estate agent that gave them to you in the first place. So if you take every single qualified agent that exists in your marketplace and you send that offer out to them and you consistently market and make phone calls to those agents and say, hey, did you see the email that I sent about me turning your leads into deals for you for free? You're going to book appointments. Now, on that appointment, the first goal is to see whether or not you resonate with them, okay? You're not out there begging for business. You are there qualifying agents to see if they qualify to work with you. That's a huge thing. And how you run that meeting, hey, nice to meet you. Tell me about yourself. How'd you get to this marketplace? Have you always lived here? Do you have a family, kids? Like, frog them, as we learned from Carl White and the amazing team over at the Mortgage Marketing Animals, right? Build a relationship with that person. Do not talk to them about your rate sheet. Don't talk to them about the products that you offer. Get to know them as an individual and have an authentic conversation with that person to determine whether or not you like them and whether they like you. Then maybe you can have a business relationship, but that's how business should be done, right? Like, do business with people you like and build really deep relationships with people that are similar to you. You only need 40 relationships to run a massive mortgage business. So be selective in the people that you work with and take the time to meet enough people so that you can choose the ones that you want to work with, right? So that's table number 2, or leg number 2 on our table. Number 3 is deals in process. Good goodness. This is one of the things where I see probably out of the top 10 mortgage companies in the industry right now, 5 of them are working on these voice AI agents. And I believe that they're missing the mark across the board because they're applying outbound voice AI technology to refinance leads and cold opportunities, wherein if they were to simply take the same technology and apply it to deals that we have in process to create a better client and customer experience, there would be far more referrals that come from the process and the effort and time and money that's being put into those systems. I will get off my high horse and digress. If there's any major mortgage organizations that would like a consultant that can actually turn some of this AI whiz gadgetry into money, reach out to my team and book an appointment, right? If you're listening to this and you have an executive within your organization that's struggling to effectively turn AI into customers, send them this episode. I would love to open up a relationship there or see if it's a good fit. But if we look at our deals in process, the greatest opportunity that we have to get a customer to refer us another customer is while they're going through the transaction process before the deal funds, right? It's the same reason why we ask for 5-star ratings and reviews before the deal closes so that it's easier to get them afterwards. 37% of all mortgage deals that were done last year were done with first-time homebuyers. First-time homebuyers hang out with other first-time homebuyers, and they are in Facebook groups and Instagram groups and mom groups and local groups, and they're using AI to research you and your brand and the real estate agent and the market. Like ChatGPT has a Zillow app integrated into it. It was one of the first 20 apps that OpenAI partnered with because they feel that AI is going to be that disruptive to the real estate industry. That move and shift is totally pointed towards first-time homebuyers and getting that market. And so when you look at getting to the point where you've taken a mortgage application from somebody, that process absolutely has to communicate to that person once a week and provide value and answer their questions. Now, the greatest way to provide value to somebody is give them a 24/7, always on AI assistant that can answer their questions and actually get them the answers to the questions that they want in real time without having to wait for the loan officer to get back to them. So your CRM process should have an outreach to the borrower that you've done the application with, the real estate agent that is tied to that deal, and any other related professionals that you have the opportunity to work with within that transaction. And then once a week, on the same day, at the same time, the AI agent should activate and reach out to all of those people. Now, the way that we have it set up inside our CRM is the first person it checks in with is you, the loan officer. So you get a text message from your AI assistant and it says, "Hey, Chris, I'm checking in on the Johnstone deal. Is everything good to go? If so, click yes. If not, click here." When you click yes, everything is good to go on that transaction. The AI automatically reaches out and can trigger a phone call or a text message or an email or all three and just say, "Hey, just checking in to let you know we're on track for a smooth and flawless closing. If you have any questions, here's how you get a hold of us. Call this AI phone number, call me direct here. Here's my booking link. And oh, by the way, have you come across anybody this week that's looking to buy, sell, or that might be a good fit for a refinance? Your referrals are what drive our business. Thank you." If you put that simple process in place with your consumers, you should likely increase the amount of referrals that you get from every single deal that you do. It takes a 1 hour working session with our team to have that whole process set up inside your business. You only ever have to build it once, and then you just simply tag your contacts into it when you take an application from somebody. Now, on the other side of things, you have a real estate agent on both sides of the transaction that you're sending just friendly check-ins. Hey, just want to let you know everything's good on our side. We're doing great. At the end of the transaction, there's a tag that gets applied to those contacts. It's like, we just funded a deal successfully. There is a follow-up sequence that reaches out to them that says, hey, it was amazing to work with you. I hope that you enjoyed our weekly status updates and the fact that we close on time. Would you like to run another experience like that with our mortgage company? Here's all the different products and services that we offer and the people that we help and how. And I would be honored to sit down with you next week, have an appointment, and just talk about how we can use the tools that we have in our organization to help you grow your real estate business. Would you like to book an appointment? You will be shocked, I believe, in how many real estate agents are open to and want to meet with you in order to discuss that. So you get more referrals from the deals that you do, and you get more referral partners from every transaction that you process. Now let's talk about the fourth pillar on the stool. So we've got our database, we've got qualified referral partners, which is real estate agents, financial planners, investment advisors, title companies, you name it. Then our deals in process is our third leg on the table. And fourth is AI sending you business. If you don't work on getting artificial intelligence to recommend your business in your local marketplace for the mortgage products that you offer, you are missing the largest consumer direct opportunity that we're going to get in our careers. Hard stop. No doubt. I watched from 16 years ago to today, Google be the dominant place where people go to get information. And just like Blockbuster missed, they had the opportunity to buy Netflix and passed it down because online streaming was slow and difficult and they didn't get it. BlackBerry phones didn't get the App Store and touch screens. They don't make phones anymore. Kodak cameras invented the first digital camera. And then we're like, nah, people prefer film, right? Like, we're going through a tech disruption that's going to rewrite the foundation of every industry, not just banking and finance. Healthcare, transportation, government, everything is going to be built on top of a new layer of artificial intelligence. I'm so blessed to have a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old and an incredible wife and an amazing marriage. My children in 25 years are not going to touch a process that doesn't have an AI underneath it powering the data and the technology and the delivery of that product or service. Every time they get in a car, every time they walk into a building, every time they interact with a bank, every time they submit credit to buy something, right? AI is going to be foundationally in the background running that system. And we're living through the rebirth of a brand new technology landscape where all of that's going to be built. Our consumers are already using, I believe, ChatGPT and AI assistants to do as many searches for products and services and businesses as they are on Google. Now, I don't know that to be true, but I do know that phone calls from local Google business pages are down 60% year over year. There's not less people using the internet, right? There's more, like, it's actually still exponentially growing. The amount of people that are getting smartphones, the amount of people that are coming online. So the only way that I can reconcile 60% of the phone calls that come from Google and 44% of the search traffic that goes to those websites dropping off is because the market is moving. The market is moving to AI-powered search. Our consumers, especially the first-time home buyers, aren't going to ask Google to give them a list of websites that they can go to opt in on to potentially find a home listing. They're going to pull up their ChatGPT, which answers all of their other questions for them. And they're simply going to say, turn on the Zillow app and update me every single time a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom in this location comes on the market that's close to this school that we can buy. And there you go. And then when it serves them listings and they have questions about it, they're going to ask that process. And ChatGPT and the AI is smart enough to understand the buyer journey. And that is a new home buyer wants to buy a house, doesn't want a mortgage. So they're all going to start with the home search. And as they go through the process of doing the home search, there's about a 90 to 120 day window of research that they're going to go through if they're an actual serious buyer that are going to get a mortgage, get approved, and actually buy a home, right? And in the 90 to 120 day window, there's a high likelihood that they're going to submit a mortgage pre-qualification with somebody and actually go through the process. AI is going to nurture that lead, answer all of the questions, give it all the data, do the charts, do the pictures. People are taking pictures from Zillow inside of ChatGPT using the new image feature that says redecorate a room. And they're taking it and being like, show me this room with white walls and whatever. And it produces an image of what their house is going to look like in the future. Like, do you really think people are going to go back to Google when they can have an AI assistant redesign the house that they're looking at on Zillow to see what it's going to look like? And then they go, oh, that's amazing. Honey, this is it. Well, the AI at that very moment, when they decide, okay, cool, we're going to go see this house, it's smart enough to prompt them and be like, you should probably have a pre-qualification. You should probably talk to a mortgage lender. Would you like me to find one that's an expert in this local marketplace? Yes, I would. And it lists out 3 to 5 to 7 professionals. It's all over the map right now because it's so early, but it is absolutely 100% recommending mortgage professionals. And I'm hearing stories on a weekly basis of mortgage professionals that are funding deals. Kevin Gillespie, we was having a conversation the other day, like a multi-million-dollar deal came from ChatGPT. My buddy Nate Carver closed a $500,000 VA renovation loan. My buddy Oliver got an out-of-state borrower looking to buy in Florida, all the way from California, looking for a self-employed no down or a docs loan, right? Like, okay, obviously I'm not the guy writing loans. So I'm the guy bringing the loans to the mortgage professionals, right? It's already happening. It's already here, right? And so what do you do with this? What do you do with this information? The dog's going to bark. So with this information, you need to understand that you need to become the expert in the products and services that you want customers from. And you need to use artificial intelligence to find the most frequently asked questions that people ask online, create the most authoritative content on that topic, shoot videos that reinforce it, put it onto your website, and then properly do your website optimization, which is totally new now that AI is here, right? The way that your website needs to be structured and laid out, all of the traditional SEO stuff is thrown out of the window. Everything needs to be homepage optimized. You need AI files on your site that get read. And again, I've got a whole technical team behind us that are just knee deep in this stuff all day so that we properly implement it for our clients. But you need to teach the AI that you're the expert on that loan type. And then you need to back that up with the content and give it to the large language model so that they can then serve that information to a customer who's doing a search. And when you put that together and you are seen as the expert by the AI, then you're giving it what it needs in order to refer you as the expert. That is the new path to direct to consumer. And yes, we're doing this in individual marketplaces. So we only work with 2 clients per market, and we will do the work in order to get you recommended on AI. But I have just developed something that's proprietary to us that works on a national level for a national brand. And what it does is it researches each of the highest value phrases in a local marketplace, automatically finds the most frequently asked questions, produces the content, brands it to the loan officer, and then distributes it across the blog and all their social media. And everything happens in an environment that's held by compliance. So compliance can actually run the entire process, and AI authority is generated at scale for an entire organization. And I would like to deploy this in as many organizations as possible, or have an organization come to me and say, Chris, we want exclusive rights to this. It's ready. It works. It's not vaporware. And we just finished it. And so if you're an independent loan officer and you would like to get AI recommending your mortgage business, go to loansbyranking.com. Loansbyranking.com. Opt in, have a one-on-one call with our team. They will reverse engineer your market, tell you whether or not it's an opportunity for you, let you know if one of the spots in your marketplace is available. And if it's a good fit for both sides, we'll invite you to join the program. It's $2,000 a month. We recommend that you are on the service for at least 6 months for us to be able to ensure that we can do what we need to do in order to get you happy with the program. But it's not a contract. You can cancel at any time, but it's $2,000 a month for at least 6 months. If that's not within your wheelhouse right now, we're still more than happy to talk to you and give you some great information, but that's the commitment to come in on that program. If you have been forwarded this by somebody and you work within an organization, you're an executive or you're a thought leader or you're a CEO in an organization and you understand that AI is about to totally disrupt our industry, my email is chris@connectionincorporated.com. That's chris@connectionincorporated.com. Reach out to that email. Our team will get back to you, have a conversation about whether it's a good fit for us to speak, and then we'll hop on a call and we'll discuss your specific needs with artificial intelligence and how our organization might be able to help you. Those are the 4 legs of the tool or the stool. And the tools that go in it. And I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Now is the time to lean in on these tools. Now is the time to get ahead of the market. Now is the time to be working your database. Phone calls first, automation second, and then be building your authority within your product types each and every single week. If you want some free training, builditwithchris.com gets you on our free weekly call on Fridays where we actually build the stuff live and you can come check it out. I'd love to see you there. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Have a great day.